funny thing is, most of the time I didn't think about how I didn't know how to figure it out. I always thought about how can I figure it out? How can I fix it? How can, but I didn't have plenty of setbacks, plenty of losses. But people don't like that part,
Yeah.
But
they run away before it get easy.
Yeah, but I like the hard stuff, though. I like the challenging stuff. I like to be challenged. So when I see stuff like that, at first, don't get me wrong, I get frustrated at times.
Facts. We human.
But I'm going to bounce back automatically because God didn't give me the spirit of fear. He gave me he gave me the mind of love and the power of sound mind. So I'm not running from nothing.
Yo, this is Juwan, and this is CYON. And this is an outlet for entrepreneurs to tell your story, to get in the know, to relieve your stress, to create your own narrative. Yo, it's Create Your Own Narrative, man. CYON. We have Lovenette here with Give Me Life Hair, and also the boutique Give Me Life Girl. How you doing today?
I'm awesome.
I appreciate you for having us come out to your shop.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you always. I just want you to let the people know a little bit about yourself, what got you started, what got you moving to go into this direction when it comes down to this career path.
Okay. So my name is Lovenette. I'm born and raised in Florida, West Palm Beach. What got me into this career path is because my mother passed away when I was about 4 years old. So I used to get bullied for my hair looking crazy at school sometimes because my aunt used to do my hair, but your hair could only last so long.
Thanks.
So if my hair was messed up, I used to be in the mirror playing with my hair and asking my dad, does my hair look good? And he'd be like, yeah. So he kind of amped me up into it. And then my aunt, I learned how to braid from her because she would do my hair. So that's how I got into hair.
Okay, and how long have you been since you started your first business?
Since I started the business?
Yes, since you started the business.
Well, since I started taking it seriously was 2012. But I've been doing hair since I was in elementary school.
Okay, and what made you start taking it serious? Was it a conversation, something you seen?
What made me take it serious is because I would try to get a job like everybody else at McDonald's, but it just never worked out. I could never really get a job for real. I don't know. I would be doing applications and I just couldn't get a job. So I just always went back to what I was good at. I always did hair. So I did hair throughout middle school, high school. I did my teacher's hairs, my friend's hairs. I was just, so it's in a sense, it's I was never put in a position where I could truly run away from hair. I worked at I think my first job was at the hair store. And then I worked at a hair salon, And outside of here, I worked at a dealership. So.
See, you was right on point from the start to the beginning. From the beginning to the finish almost. Till now, I should say, till now.
Right. Because when they used to ask me, what do you want to do when you grow up? I used to be like, I'm going to be a hairstylist or a lawyer.
And you knew that off the jump?
Yeah.
What
there
age?
Was a little upset, but.
What age you think you knew that you wanted to be a hairstylist?
Oh, by 7. By 7, I was like, yeah, I'm going to be a hairstylist or a lawyer. When I got a little older, middle school, I was like, I'm going to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Because I was like, oh, yeah, I can argue really good. But then I was like,
tell me what middle school you went to.
Middle school? I went to the Bruins. I went to Bear Lakes.
Who was one of the coolest people at Bear Lakes?
Me.
All right.
I was voted most popular.
You're fired. You're supposed to say me and, everybody,
Oh, I forgot.
All the cool people like us.
Oh, who was the cool people?
Yeah.
It was a lot of cool people, though. But, it was a lot of us.
No, that's still not good. No, I'm just playing. The 60-second hot seat question. So I'm going to put you on the hot seat real quick. That's cool?
Okay.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Tony got my timer.
So you got 60 seconds.
You got to answer as quick as you can.
Oh, I got to answer.
You got to answer. If you want to do it vice versa, we can. But you first. That's it.
I'm ready.
First.
I'm
1,
ready.
2, 3. All right. Biggest pet peeve.
Stop doing dumb stuff.
One place you must travel.
Everywhere.
2 things on your bucket list.
Ooh. Leaving an inheritance for my kids.
One more.
Just my family just being honorable before God.
I love that. What's your hidden talent?
I feel like I could do a little bit of everything. I don't know.
You all in there. Favorite childhood TV show?
Dang, it was so many. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's a good one. What's one word?
Taina. That was a good one.
I ain't even heard about that.
Y'all remember Tyne?
Hello, we finna go to that. What's one word your friends would describe you as?
Boss lady.
Boss lady. Which moment in your life would you want to redo and why?
I don't want to redo anything in life.
Top 3 favorite artists.
Tim Godfrey. I don't know. I don't really have like a top 3 for real.
I got it.
But I love Tim Godfrey right now.
Tim Godfrey, the CYON intro, all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You locked in with us.
Yeah.
We locked in with us. All right, we're going to get to the real questions. Good. Any questions you have for myself this far? You got a free shot right now. I gave you 60 seconds. You got me 60 seconds if you want to.
What makes you do this?
The people.
No. What really makes you do this? Because if the people weren't there, would you still be doing this?
Yeah, for sure. I would say to change the dynamic of my family, like to give my sons something to pass down. Even if they don't do what I'm doing, at least they see me do something. So I think that's what really keep me going. So they can see me do something, see me, if I become successful, which I am. That's no questions asked. But
period. In Jesus' name.
In Jesus' name, you feel me? He carry us from here to there, so definitely for him. But for them to be able to see that, yeah. So they can be able to see that and be able to do whatever they want to do because they seen their dad do it.
Okay, I like that.
They did their dad do it. What were some of the first steps that you took to start your business?
Take it serious. It was like a first step to actually like sit down and just take it serious. My next big step, I think that took me to like the next level to actually take it serious is to just leave a lot of unnecessary friendships, stop doing certain habits every day, you know, the laziness. With hair, I just found like a little vendor one time and I just started ordering hair. And it was going real fast. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. You know? And I was ordering like 3-4 times a week. And I was like, wait a minute. And it was some cheap hair too, but it was selling. And I remember I was like, okay, I had a moment where I was like, all right, I got to like up the scale. This is some cheap hair. It was, don't get me wrong, it was making sales. But I wanted some better quality. So I started looking for a vendor. And I remember I emailed my vendor. So at the time, I didn't have like WhatsApp and all that stuff. I don't even think WhatsApp was even an app at that time.
Probably wasn't.
So I emailed my vendor, and my vendor was like, we was going back and forth. And then I remember I did my order, and it was like $500 at the time. And I had a Western Union it, and I was like, dang, I hope they don't take my money. Like, that's all I got. I hope they don't take my money. Because before, I would just order online and just, you know.
Get it shipped to you.
Yeah, and wait as I go. But this time, I had to do like a bulk order. So then I remember I did my order and then I got my hair and I was like, oh, okay. And then I just started, at first I started selling hair just to my clients.
Okay.
But then I started making so much sales that I had to expand and start selling to people outside of my clientele. So that's how I really started Give Me Life Hair.
And you do hair also?
Yes.
And you sell hair?
Yes. So you get a 2-for-1.
2-for-1?
Yeah. Get
right
your
here.
hair done the right way.
The right way.
The first time.
The first time. And
the first time.
What's some difficult moments that you can remember when you had to get started? That you can remember, you're like, all right, I can almost give up, but you kept going.
Like a new hairstyle would come out and I wouldn't know it. And I remember like a client would book and be like, you know how to do this? And I'd be like, yep. And it took me so long to do it because I didn't know what I was doing. But because every time a different style came out, I was taking that risk of just like, I'm going to say I know how to do it. And even if I got to buy a new tool just to, you know, it'd be taking me forever. But that's something that I always did. Didn't know what I was doing sometimes. But I'd be like, yep, I know how to do that.
Is that something?
Take the chance.
Is that something that you think that you've been doing since you was a kid? Like always willing to take that risk, always willing to go get it?
Yep, for the wrong things sometimes.
We're not gonna go.
Now
we're not going
the right thing.
To the Bear Lakes. The Bear Lakes Lovenette, we know.
Oh no.
But I can say we do appreciate Lovenette for everything that she's doing, and she was one of the people that helped us with the gala. Y'all don't even know that. She pulled up, helped us blow up balloons. She gave good advice, things that she think that we can improve.
That so y'all are improving on.
We appreciate you. You've been locked in with us.
Thank you for just taking my advice because, you know, some people, when you try to tell them certain things, especially when you have a vision, you can see stuff. some people take offense to it, and then some people just like shrug it off, and they never like do nothing about it. But you did something about it right away.
Because it was genuine.
Yeah.
It was genuine. It was
and
genuine.
God showed up on your behalf, though.
He did.
He really like showed up.
He made that night go smooth. We got lifetime connections now just from that night.
Wow.
You feel me? So I definitely appreciate you, Wanda. Shout out to Wanda too.
Yeah, shout out to my
Wanda.
Friend.
She a real one. She
definitely is.
She sitting there day and night to make that wall for y'all to take all them pictures. She sitting there day and night.
The next gala is gonna be bigger.
Yeah, we're going big on big.
Okay.
I'm going big on big for real.
So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. All right.
She about to get hired. Well, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, Tony.
I was hyped.
I don't know. We still got some more questions you gonna figure out.
We can't afford her.
Yeah, we can't afford it. What's one of your biggest accomplishment this far that you could say for either? It could be for one for yourself. You could say for yourself, and then for your business.
My biggest accomplishment for myself is that I did what I said I was gonna do.
Love that.
My biggest accomplishment for my business is that we're still here.
Facts.
So just to even be relevant, to still be here, that's big for me, you know.
And you were just telling us about the process of your new building with the new suites. You feel me? And how that came along. How does it feel to be able to provide people places for them to chase their dreams?
It's actually a wonderful feeling. It's a great feeling to know that, like, you're a part of somebody's journey, you know.
Facts.
So to know that, like, whether they started with you, ended with you, or you're just along, you just came along in that journey. So I just pray that I was, you know, this is good ground. So I just pray that I'm sowing good seed.
I believe you are.
The people that I do come across that do rent for me and stuff like that.
And how have you seen yourself grow as a person being an entrepreneur? That you can be able to play a role into your kids' life, everything that you have going on with your own family.
Mm-hmm. Patience, sometimes just being able to like not react in emotion. So, you know, with business, with doing women's hair, sometimes it can be a very sensitive topic, sensitive things sometimes, you know. Just learning like your niche, you know. So that taught me a lot to just pretty much like know what's my lane, what to do, what not to do, you know, how to handle hard situations, you know, because there's times that I went through like somebody probably not liking their hair or something. So then I started being able to like, okay, let me make sure it goes with them first. Just because somebody shows me something that they want, you know, it may not go with them.
It's art. It's an art almost. You're doing artwork.
Right.
You're doing artwork.
Yeah.
And then also you have your own family, and then you have your business.
Right.
How have you been able? We're not gonna call it balance because there's no such thing as balance. I don't believe there's no such thing as balance when it's come down to being an entrepreneur in your family. It's just everything goes between the 24 hours.
Go, yeah,
between the 24
go
hours.
Sometimes.
How has that process?
Just the balance sometimes.
Facts. You're not lying.
Yeah.
How has that process been for you?
It's been a blessing because I have a great husband. He's very supportive.
Mr. Love, shout out to him.
Yes, shout out to my husband.
Fat one, not the little one.
No, but it's been a blessing though because I have a very supportive husband. I can tell him today I want to start an ice cream shop.
He's gonna make it happen.
Be in here with me, making it into an ice cream shop. But no, it's been a blessing because he's so supportive. My daughter loves a lot of things beauty, so I won't be surprised if she jump into the field. I don't try to push it on her, but I do try to push on her to like do something for yourself, do something that you actually enjoy doing, and then it can end up making you some money, you know. But just the balance with business and family. Sometimes, like you said, it's just sometimes you just gotta go because there's a season where there's a time where I could barely cook for my family because I was so busy, I was so booked, you know. So I couldn't make them a home cooked meal because I didn't have time for that. You know?
It's a season where you cooking all the time because
right.
you got more time.
I got time. Right. So it's just really balanced too because then there is slower seasons.
Facts.
But I love slow seasons because I can take advantage of the time, you know.
I agree.
Because in this industry, you got to really learn to really manage your money for real. Because you can have a good month. The next month could be horrible, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing that people don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes down to a business, it's like, yeah, you made 10 grand in January, but you made $2 grand from February to April.
Right, yep.
And it happens like that. Have you ever had any setbacks that you could think of where you was like, maybe didn't know how you was going to figure it out, but God came through?
Yeah, every single time. But funny thing is, most of the time I didn't think about how I didn't know how to figure it out. I always thought about how can I figure it out? How can I fix it? How can, but I didn't have plenty of setbacks, plenty of losses. But people don't like that part,
Yeah.
But
they run away before it get easy.
Yeah, but I like hard. I like the hard stuff, though. I like the challenging stuff. I like to be challenged. So when I see stuff like that, at first, don't get me wrong, I get frustrated at times.
Facts. We human.
But I'm going to bounce back automatically because God didn't give me the spirit of fear. He gave me he gave me the mind of love and the power of someone. So I'm not running from nothing. I'm going to definitely learn from it, but I'm not running from anything.
Not running from anything.
No.
And the woman that you have become now, I'm definitely proud of you. I've been knowing Lovenette since 6th grade.
Yes.
Since 6th grade, since we first got to Red Lake, 6th grade.
Yeah.
The woman that you became now, is that a woman that you imagined back then? It don't have to be Bear Lakes, but say high school. Mm-hmm. Can you see yourself that, all right, I thought about this person, this the person I was going to become, or did it come after that?
I always kept in mind who I want to become because, I had different periods in life.
Yeah.
So, and then certain moments, it hit me different sometimes, when you're fighting, when you're out there doing stuff, and it's like, how you going to service women but you're fighting, So it's just like certain things sat me down and humbled me, and I'm still not to be played with. Do not play with me. Do not play in my face. Do not play with me, okay? But I know how to just ignore a lot better. Back then, I didn't know how to ignore people. I didn't know how to just ignore the he say, she say,
She's not lying. Don't play with her.
But
do not play with her. I remember the gala night, the day before the gala, Lovenette pulled me to the, Juwan, come here. I'm like, oh, am I in trouble? She's like, no, I just want to talk. I just want to give you some advice. And she gave me some free game, and that free game got me to where the point I am now, and I give you your credit.
Yeah.
I listened. I think I listened.
You did.
Yeah, I think I listened.
You drew back a little, but you came back in and you listened.
Yeah, I listened.
But that's normal.
It's normal.
Yeah.
And what can you see for yourself in the next 5 years? For you, yourself, and your business?
I see expansion in 5 years. Whether it be, I don't think I would do another Give Me Life Hair location, but it would definitely be some other things that I have in mind that I'm gonna do. But I definitely see expansion with Give Me Life Hair. I'm still not where I want to be. But then, are we ever really satisfied?
Yeah, never. Especially when you want it so bad, you never really satisfied.
Right. But now I'm not to the point where I'm just like, I don't want to hustle no more. I want to be on autopilot.
Use the brain.
Just, So, yeah. This expansion, autopilot, that's definitely the goal.
I'm with you on the autopilot part. Because the up and running, it take a toll at sometimes.
Yeah, it does a lot of times.
The up and running takes a toll, for sure.
And then just to keep that hunger going, sometimes you get bored because it's like you're doing the same thing. And then sometimes you feel like you're not doing enough, but you are. Somewhere right where we need to be most of the time. But we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, so we be feeling like we not.
Yeah, and when we really are, you just got to trust God and trust where we at.
Yeah.
And that's time and space. Being a boss lady, having multiple things going around, what you do for yourself, what you do to kick back, hang out, relax, your downtime, what's some things that you do for yourself?
Nowadays, quality time with myself looks a little different. Sometimes it may be just me going to the store to just without no kids, So just alone time sometimes, or sitting in my car for 30 minutes to an hour by myself. Maybe on my phone, but I don't got to hear no crying. I don't got to hear no arguing. I don't got to hear no whining, nothing.
Let's talk about that. The moms being entrepreneurs.
Oh, yeah.
Commend y'all.
That's
a hard job. That's a hard job.
It
That's definitely a hard job.
It definitely is because it's long nights when you got to bring your kids to the salon. My daughter used to be in the salon all day, every day, after school and all. So holidays, weekends, summer. She was a salon baby, so it is a lot. It is a lot. You're trying to balance catering to your clients, stop, check on your child. It is a lot.
And how many kids do you have, if you don't mind?
How much kids? Oh, I have 2 kids now.
2
2
kids.
children.
2 kids. Happy Mother's Day. We late, but happy
it's
Mother's Day.
always Mother's
Because y'all mothers deserve their flowers every day of the week.
Every day. Thank you.
24/7, y'all keep the roll rolling.
Yes, we do.
Any questions you have for me? You got one more.
One more?
Just one more. After that, we signing out. And we want you to give all your socials after that. One more question, that's it. I don't even give people 2 questions. I give them 1.
Okay.
Can't even tell my story yet.
You're going to tell your story?
One day.
Okay. So, my biggest question for you is, what are you truly willing to do to get what you want?
Truly willing to do.
Yeah, what are you willing to do?
Oh, okay. Sacrifice, 1. And when I say sacrifice, that's sacrifice my, like, worldly needs at times. Because at the end of the day, that could be slowing you down to where you need to get.
Yeah.
I commend you. You taught me that a little bit. We ain't gonna talk about
it. Our flesh is weak.
2, really buckling down and getting that paperwork stuff done. I gotta like focus on that.
But what are you willing to do though? Because you know you gotta do it.
I'm willing to do it 24/7. Stay up, work.
So get it done.
Sacrifice, provide, all that good stuff. But I'm willing to risk it all, especially for this, because the main thing is, and I was telling Tony this the other day, like, we dropped a TikTok video, was it yesterday, the day before yesterday? 2 days ago. They almost hit 100K, and I'm like, hold on. And it wasn't even about, like, the cloud, nothing like that. It was about, like, your story was able to, 100,000 people was able to see this and see something you created. So right now I'm locked in. I'm sacrificing everything except for my peoples on all the morals. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
Right.
We keep
but
everything.
I have this to add to that. Because sometimes with social media, it can get a little tricky sometimes.
Facts.
You know? Because sometimes we can let that consume us. Because if you're like, I did 100K, so now I got to do 200K, 300K, 400K. But I just want to say, like, people are always watching.
Facts.
Whether it's 100 people or 100K.
Facts.
But you just need sometimes the right person to, like,
buy in.
see it or see you. Or they may not even see you on that video. You may see them in person.
Facts.
So I just don't want you to forget the in-person realities. You know what I'm saying? Social media is great, you know.
But
it's great.
in-person.
But it's like people are getting 100K, 200K, this and that. But is it making you money?
No.
You know? It's like, at this point, are you doing it for the validation of, I get 100K, I got 100K followers? Because I'm a hairstylist, and I done did some bad females' hair who got 10K, 20K, 30K, but they don't have that kind of money put up.
You know what I want to say, the validation I would say the more of is sharing a story more than anything. Like, I want to be able to share so many people's stories because
it can help someone.
It can help someone. People don't really pay attention to that. Like, I think we judge people so based off of, like, oh, for example, somebody can see Lovenette. Oh, she got it going on. She drive this. She drive that. She do this. She do that.
Right.
I don't want to go to her. She already got all of this going on. But not knowing the story, the hustle, the bustle, the behind the scenes. So to answer your question correctly and even more, that's really what keep me going. Okay. Sharing that story, sharing everybody's vision, sharing even my own.
But you said people don't even know your story yet.
My story finna come, but day, but hold on, my story, when that day come, y'all gonna know. Trust. It's coming. I told bits and pieces, but I never told the whole blueprint. And it's only
you don't have to though.
Yeah.
Don't give us too
I wanna wait till I'm really comfortable to where I'm at.
Don't
and
give us too much too.
Yeah.
Like, people like that.
See?
Bits and pieces. You know? Sometimes when you tell it all, then what you got left to tell us?
What you got left to tell us.
Yeah.
There we go. Let the people know where to follow you at. If they need to book an appointment, get locked in. She does great work, trust me.
Yes. So if you need your hair done, if you need quality hair extensions and wigs, you can follow me at Give Me Life Hair. I also own a boutique. So right now we're online. So you can also follow my boutique page at GiveMeLife_girl. And my Instagram is GiveMeLife_hair for hair appointments. Don't DM me. Text 561-201-4050. Okay? And call. Do not DM me. If you serious, call my phone. Okay? I'm going to pick up.
She going to pick up. She going to rock out. And we didn't talk about the boutique.
Okay.
What made you start your own boutique?
I had always wanted to do a boutique, but I wanted to do it initially with my best friend. But my best friend, she's in a whole different field. So then I stepped out and did the boutique. She helped me start up my boutique and stuff. So she used to take my pictures, and then my husband started taking my pictures. So I just started doing it because it's something I had already wanted to do for a couple years. And that's just what made me do it. When I first started doing it, it was more so like fast fashion, you know, hoochie mama and stuff. But now it's on the classy side. So
Classy luxury.
yeah,
Classy
it's on the
luxury.
classy side. So if you're going to a wedding, a nice occasion, dinner.
Or 5th annual CYON gala.
Yeah, I'm going to have some nice stuff for the gala.
See, there you go. And how long have you been doing it?
My boutique, I did my boutique the summer of, I want to say 2021. Was it summer of 2021? I think it was 2021. Yeah, the summer of 2021. I started with swimwear first. And then swimwear sold out. Then I started with fast fashion. That sold out. Then I just took it up a notch. So the quality is there. The clothes is not cheap. So if you like cheap stuff,
Go to Forever 21.
Oh, Sheen.
There we go. Go to
go over there.
Well,
Quality pieces.
we're going to give you a 1 in a million. Ain't nobody even got you yet.
We're talking about quality
Yeah.
pieces.
Oh yes. I was eyeing your hat because you know I love pink.
It's okay.
I love this. Where's
you
the
got it.
shirts?
We got you with a shirt. We're going to get you right with the
Okay, 'cause
shirts,
I want a
man.
shirt too.
Y'all make sure y'all get the gear.
I'm probably gonna need some pants too. I like Tony pants.
Yeah.
I like
See,
your jeans.
Tony just made those. I don't know, man.
We can't get these people no.
Yeah, we can't get them no money yet. We ain't done yet,
I'll
man.
let you know where I got it from.
But you know, that's just for all that you've been
Make sure
doing,
y'all
man.
shop the merch.
That's all for you've been
All
doing.
right.
We appreciate you.
Create your own narrative.
With Give Me Life Hair.
Is creating her own narrative.
Creating her own narrative.
Period.
And we out, man. CYON. Appreciate y'all. We out.
Bye.
TR.